so to the Criterion at Bluetown, and at the moment it's strangely quiet, but I suspect it will all change in a minute or two.
Oh yay! Oh yay! Oh yay!
A retired schoolteacher has been appointed the first town crier for the Isle of Sheppey. Bruce Horton, 60, pipped 2 other contestants to the new voluntary role after a shout-off at the Criterion Theatre in Bluetown.
So Bruce, what does it feel like to be Sheppey's first town crier?
It is very humbling. It's a position of honour, it's a position of pride, and I feel very humbled that I have been chosen to be the first town crier for the Isle of Sheppey, an island that receives not the best press sometimes, but has so many positives, and to be able to bring those positives into people's lives, to remind people of all the good things, both historical and current, that are about the island of Sheppey, is something I'm looking forward to doing.
So what were you doing before?
I was a school teacher for about 20 years or so, up in various secondary schools around Kent, unfortunately never on Sheppey itself. But I retired last year and found time on my hands, and I've always been a history buff, and I've always liked standing in front of people and talking to them and at them, and that is something I thought I could continue doing in my retirement.
What do you think your wife's going to think of this?
She is going to be delighted that I am out of the house a bit more. She says I'm under her feet, I keep meddling, she's got systems, and I'm not part of that. So being out and about, I think she's going to be delighted, but also, again, proud.
What was the competition like today?
It was daunting. There were some excellent speakers in there, and I thought, ooh, I'm now worried. Is this actually for me? People who have more experience perhaps on stages or delivering. And the questions that the panel asked were probing and insightful. And I say, but overall it was a very, very enjoyable process.
He will now become the face and voice of the month-long Festival of Sheppey in June. He was up against 2 other contenders for the title from the Isle of Sheppey. There was Chris Reed, the only woman, who runs the Big Fish Arts Group, and former Working Men's Club steward and local radio presenter Ray Seeger.
Oh yay, oh yay, oh yay. Good people of this... That's not right, is it?
No. Now, Ray.
Oh yay! Oh yay! Oh yay! Good people of this noble island, lend me your ears. By authority vested in me and in keeping with the customs of our proud community, I do hereby proclaim the commencement of the first Festival of Sheppey. Let all those who take part be ready with skill and honour, and let competition be spirited yet fair. May the winds favour the bold, may the waters that surround our fair island remain calm, and may good fellowship prevail on shore and water alike. God save this island and all those that call her home.
Oh yay! Oh yay! Good people of this island, lend me your ears. I come not to... Oh, that's the wrong one. By the authority vested in me and in keeping with the customs of our proud community, I do hereby proclaim the commencement of the first Festival of Sheppey. to take part be ready with skill and honour, and let competition be spirited yet fair. May the winds favour the bold, may the waters that surround our fair island remain calm, and may good fellowship prevail upon shore and water alike. God save this island and all who sail in her.
Oyez! 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 Good people of this noble island, lend me your ears. By authority vested in me, and in keeping with the customs of our proud community, I do hereby proclaim the first Festival of Sheppey. Let all those who take part be ready with skill and honour, and let competition be spirited, but fair. May the winds favour the bold. May the waters that surround our fair island remain calm. And may good fellowship prevail upon shore and water alike. God save this island and all who call her home. Oyez! 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 O magnificent residents and honorary islanders. And I proclaim myself as an honorary islander, even though I come from strange distant lands where dragons still lurk. By decree of sunshine, salt air, and superior taste, I bring you news of great delight. Tonight, as the sun dips most dramatically into our glorious sea, the annual Island Fish Fry shall commence at precisely when the fire's hot enough. There shall be laughter. There shall be music. There shall be at least 3 people claiming that their recipe is the original. So gather your neighbours, secure your napkins, and prepare yourself for an evening of flavour, festivity, and possibly some mild competitive bragging. God save this island! And would somebody keep an eye out for the seagulls?
Okay, so panel, do you have any questions for Bruce?
Yes, please, could you tell us your name again, sir?
So it's Bruce Horton, Horton.
And understand that you're from Sittingbourne.
I'm afraid so, yes.
Yes, so glad to see you made safe passage from England.
The wind was terrible.
I understand that. So my question was going to be, are you born swampy? And the answer is obviously no.
I'm afraid not, no. But
Well, that's-
I have ambition.
That is a fine thing.
Just want to say, why do you want to be a town crier?
I retired from being a school teacher. Somebody might have guessed that last year, and I am at a loose end. And throughout my teaching career, people have said, "Good Lord, you've got a loud voice," usually followed by, "Would you shut up?" And I wanted to do something. I wanted a community engagement. As I say, after several decades of teaching, when I retired, I felt slightly at a loose end. My wife felt I was slightly at a loose end as well, and was quite encouraging of me to go and do something, anything. I've always been a history buff. I am currently, I say halfway through, it's more like a tenth of the way through writing a couple of books on naval history,
particularly focusing on the First World War, and with obviously with situations such as the Dockyard, with HMS Bulwark, with the Princess Irene. Sheerness had a strong role to play within that, and it was just something that interested me. It's a role, it's looking to get out of the house, to meet people, to interact with people, because that's certainly part of teaching that I miss the most. That every day I was engaging with groups of 20, 30 people on a regular basis who've quite frankly had to listen to what I have to say. And that's what really attracted me to this. I initially wrote to Swale Council to inquire as to whether they had any interest in a town crier, and as good fortune would have it, a couple of days later, Jenny contacted Swale Council and said, you know, we're looking for a town crier. So it seemed to me that fate was on my side, and hence why I'm here.
The judging panel comprised the Mayor of Swale Councillor Karen Watson, the Mayor of Queenborough Councillor Richard Darby, Councillor Dolly Worcester, who chairs Sheerness Town Council, Peter West, who is the curator at East Church Aviation Museum, and Janet Beek, who chairs the Board of Trustees at the Criterion. The contest was organised by Jenny Herkett for the Island Forum and compared by John Nurden.
So, Karen, Mayor of Swale, what were the candidates like?
They were absolutely amazing, very confident, very knowledgeable, and I think they really will do Sheppey Pride. Any of them could have been, but our winner just had that little bit extra.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you the Mayor of Swale.
Thank you very much, and thank you all for coming today. Thank you so much, our candidates. You were absolutely fantastic, and you made us all proud. You gave us a really difficult decision to make, and can I just say there's only a matter of points in between you. So, we'd like to announce that our town crier for Sheppey is Bruce. We thought you would make not that you all wouldn't have fantastic, but Bruce won it for us. But what we would like to say is, Ray, we would love you to be like second in command. So if for some reason Bruce can't make it, we'd like you to.
Will the outfit fit both of us?
Yes.
Well, that's what we were thinking, to be honest. We make sure the outfits fit you both. Although I would have personally probably would have gone for a shorter town crier, being a short mayor. It's very difficult. Cheek. So thank you very much. So your new town crier.
Yeah, well done, mate.
Bruce. It was very close.
Shall we have a little speech from the
New town crier.
Done properly.
Done properly. Come on then. You're not at school now.
Thank you. Oh yay, oh yay, oh yay. Let it be here proclaimed that the Isle of Sheppey has a new town crier.
Hey.
The word pride has been used a lot today, and it is the reason that this job is now in existence. I will be honest, coming from across the Swale, sometimes Sheppey doesn't always get the best press. And that is a shame, and that is wrong. And that's why this role is so important. It is to raise the standing of Sheppey, not just amongst the people of Sheppey, but among those who wrongly look down on it, see it as something different and other. And it is different, and it is other, but in a positive way. And it is that side of things that I think the role of crier is going to be its most important part. To raise up this noble island with its fascinating history, with its wonderful, welcoming and charming people, with all that it has to offer, and I hope, using that word again, to make you proud that you have appointed me. So So thank you very much. So thank you very much.
So, Jenny, how did it go today?
I think it went extremely well. We had 3 amazing candidates, all very different, and I think the right one has been chosen.
It was quite a difficult job for the judges, I think.
Very difficult. As they said, there was only a couple of points in for each one. Each candidate had something unique about them, and I would have been happy with each one. But Bruce, although he's not from the island, I've taken him around the museum and he's just very impressed with our history. He also studies naval history as well, so I think he's going to do us proud.